Hey, meet Felix. He legally owns nothing, not even himself. In Rome, he isn't a person. He's property, a tool that talks, which makes what he's doing right now technically impossible. He's getting rich, soon richer than the man who owns him. Rome ran on slaves, millions of them. Most lived short, brutal lives in fields and mines. This story isn't about them. It's about the city slaves, the clerks, the bankers, the shipping managers. Rome handed its bookkeeping to the people it refused to call people. And to squeeze more work out of them, masters offered a loophole, the peculium. A stash of money the master technically owned, but let the slave run like his own. Tips, wages, side deals, it all went in the pot. Here's why any master would allow this. Say the slave runs a shop, and the shop collapses. Roman law was clear. Creditors could only come after the pot. Not the villa, not the land, just the jar of coins. The master risked one pot and kept everything else. Heads, he takes a cut of the profits. Tails, he loses a jar. Then the slaves figured out the exact same trick. A slave with a full pot could buy things, including other slaves. Slaves, owned by slaves. Rome had a word for it, vicarii. So our man runs a business with his own staff that he doesn't legally own. He takes his cut, the pot grows and grows until the pot is worth more than he is. That's when he buys the one thing he never had, himself. There was a tax on it too, 5%, for the privilege of being set free. Rome charged you an exit fee for leaving Rome. Most people picture Roman slavery as only chains and mines. That part is real, and it was horrific. But it wasn't the whole machine. The city ran on skilled slaves who held money, cut deals, and bought their way out. Some richer than the citizens who'd owned them. If this is ringing a bell, it should. One person runs the business. The debts stop at the business. The owner's house stays safe. Today, we call that an LLC, a limited liability company. Rome called it a guy named Felix and a jar of coins. The richest of them, a freedman named Pallas, ran the emperor's treasury. He died worth 300 million sesterces. The Senate offered him a bonus. He passed. A man who owned nothing built a fortune out of a jar he wasn't allowed to have. So hit like, subscribe, and settle it in the comments. Is your company's limited liability any different from a Roman jar of coins? Or did they just do it first?